Groovy English Podcast.
Hey there! Welcome back to Groovy English. I'm Chloe.
And I'm Aiden. We share real stories, useful tips, and everyday English to help you grow with confidence.
Wherever you are in your English learning journey, we're glad you're here.
If you're enjoying the podcast, feel free to like, subscribe, or share it with a friend.
Let's get started.
Hi, it's good to have you here. Today, I want to share a story that means a lot to me. It's about how making just one English-speaking friend completely changed the way I learned English, and honestly, changed how I felt about myself, too. Let's go back a little. A few years ago, I was in college. Like many of you, I could understand English pretty well. I could read articles, write simple essays, and follow movies with subtitles. But speaking, that was a different story. Every time I opened my mouth to speak, I froze. My brain would go blank. Even though I knew the words, they wouldn't come out. I kept thinking, what if I say it wrong? What if they laugh at me? My accent sounds weird. So I avoided speaking. I stayed quiet during group projects. I nodded and smiled in class. And when tourists came to ask for directions, I quietly backed away, pretending I didn't understand. Inside, I wanted to say something. But fear was louder than my voice. Then one day, something happened. Something small. We had a new student join our class. Her name was Emily, and she had just moved from Australia. She was bubbly, friendly, and always smiling. She sat next to me one morning and said, "Hi. I'm Emily. Mind if I sit here?" I nodded and said, "Sure." She smiled again. "Cool. I'm still trying to find my way around this place. It's huge." I laughed. I didn't say much, but that one moment made something shift. She didn't seem scary. She didn't correct me or make fun of my simple reply. The next day, she asked me where the library was. I said, "I can show you. I go there after lunch." We walked together, and she talked a lot. She didn't seem to mind that I didn't say much. But slowly, I did start to say more. A few sentences. Then short stories. Then full conversations. At first, it was awkward. I made mistakes all the time. Sometimes I'd use the wrong tense. Or forget a word and say, thingy, instead. Emily never laughed. She never corrected me in a mean way. She'd say, "Oh. You mean folder?" Yeah, I always forget words too. That made me feel normal. And over the weeks, something magical happened. I stopped translating in my head. Before, I always thought in my native language first. Then I'd try to translate, fix the grammar, and by the time I was ready, the moment was gone. But when I talked to Emily, I didn't have time for that. I had to keep up. So I just started thinking in English. I started noticing how she said things. Not just what she said, but how. She didn't say, I am very tired today. She'd say, I'm so tired today. She used real expressions. I'm dead tired, wanna grab lunch? No worries. I realized native speakers don't always speak like textbooks. That changed everything for me. And I started copying her. Not in a weird way. But I'd repeat her phrases to myself later. I'd go home and whisper, no worries, or, totally, or, that's awesome. Then I started writing them in a notebook. I called it my Emilyisms. After a while, I began to use them naturally in conversation. And Emily noticed. One day she said, wow, your English has gotten so good. You speak way more now. That made my week. But it wasn't just about the language. It was also about how I felt. Before I met Emily, I always felt like English belonged to other people. It was their language. I was just borrowing it. But talking to her made it feel like mine, too. Like I had a right to use it. Even if I made mistakes. We started messaging in English. She sent me memes and voice messages. At first, I had to play them twice. Then once. Eventually, I could reply without thinking too hard. We even started a habit. Every morning, we'd send a voice message saying how our day was going. Mine started like, hi Emily. I just wake up. Today I will go to class and after that I eat lunch with my friends. That was my day one voice. A few weeks later, hey Emily. Super sleepy today. I stayed up too late watching that show you recommended. But yeah, I've got a quiz this morning, so wish me luck. I could hear my own growth. Then something big happened. Emily invited me to join her and a few friends for dinner. All of them spoke English. I panicked. I almost said no. But she said, you'll be fine. Just come. We'll eat, we'll talk, it's chill. So I went. And I barely spoke the first hour. But I listened. I smiled. Then someone asked, what music do you like? And I answered. Not perfectly. But I answered. And just like that, I became part of the group. After that night, my confidence shot up. I started saying yes more. Yes to group chats. Yes to school events. Yes to speaking. And then Emily had to move. Her program was only one semester. When she left, I cried. Not just because I would miss her, but because I was scared. Will I go back to being silent? But I didn't. She had already lit the fire. Now it was up to me to keep it burning. I started joining English-speaking meetups. I found a language exchange group in my city. I talked to tourists. I kept sending voice messages, but to new people now. I even gave a campus tour once, in English. A full one. Start to finish. I made jokes. I answered questions. I spoke confidently. And I realized something important. It only took one person to make me believe that I could do it. One English-speaking friend. That was the turning point. So if you're listening to this and thinking, but I don't have a friend like that, let me tell you. You don't have to wait. You can start by being that friend to yourself. Talk to yourself. Record your voice. Join online groups. And when you do meet someone who speaks English, say something. Even just, hi. You never know what that one sentence could lead to. Today, I still talk to Emily. We send voice notes. But I also have many English-speaking friends now, from different countries, backgrounds, and time zones. Each one helps me grow. But it all started with one simple, hi, can I sit here? So if you've been waiting for the perfect grammar, perfect accent, perfect timing, stop waiting. Start speaking. And maybe, just maybe, you'll be that one friend who changes someone else's life too.
Your English is shining brighter by the minute. Hit that next video to keep leveling up your skills. Or dive into our other episodes for more secrets to talk like a pro. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share to join the Groovy English crew.